Okay, we're live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Nollywood Conversations with Omoefe Kingsley. It's always exciting to bring this episode to you guys, this program, this show to you guys every week. On this episode today, we're diving deep into the art and business of storytelling and the African cinema industry. We'll be in conversation with South African born film producer Nomi Mzamane, right? Zamane, also known as
Mzamane,
Black
yeah,
Queen
right.
Africa,
Mzamane.
as well. Mzamane, right? As we unpack the journey from script to screen and explore what it really takes to produce film and stories that matters in Africa. I'm excited to bring this episode to everybody to Africa because this is the first episode we're doing that is African based. Every other thing has been Nigeria. So today we're looking at uh, talking with other filmmakers across the African continent, and we're so proud to have Nomi with us today, the Black Queen Africa. I'm excited to be co-hosting this episode with my brother, my Oga, my boss, my industry veteran, Peter Armand Boyo. Together, we're going to shine light on this beautiful African queen that we have in the midst of us today. A very brilliant filmmaker uh, who have been very, very instrumental to a lot of the projects in Africa and South Africa. She's a powerful filmmaker who's done authentic films and narratives that have traveled beyond borders. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another conversation. I yield the floor for my co-host, Peter Armand Boyo. Peter, let's welcome her. Thank you. Welcome on board, Nomi. Good to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome again, Nomi
Okay,
Mzamane. Welcome,
right.
Nomi Mzamane. We're so excited because this is our first cross-border guest,
Right.
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And like Kingsley said, it's exciting because we're not just in Nollywood, we're in the global Pan-African African scene. So in South Africa, what do you call your film? Hollywood or South Africa? What do you call it? Well, before we get to that, welcome again. Nomi's speaker, mentor, and we'll meet her as the time goes. So what do we call South Africa filmmaking? Is it Hollywood or what's the term, or there's no term? She's taking it. There's not?
I will come up with one very soon.
Right, right.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
let's
yeah.
go.
Nice to have you, Nomi. Let me start with the first shot. Tell us a bit about your journey into film and how did it all begin with for you.
My journey.
Yes, into film and how did it all begin for you?
Where do I start?
It starts from anywhere.
I will make it very short. I will make it very short and brief.
Fine.
There was this teenage girl who ended up loving acting
Mm.
because there was a Shakespeare book that was Romeo and Juliet. So yeah, in my junior years, you guys say junior years, okay? In my not primary school, but anyway, when I was still at school, high school is I think, there's a teacher who gave us the story. Yeah, we acted up the story, and I got the role of being the nurse of Juliet. Hey, pity I couldn't be Juliet. I guess I wasn't that pretty. Anyway, so from that I liked this acting thing, and
Oh,
then this other literature in my language would act and act and act. When I was on my last year of school, I was 18, I think. Yeah, 17, 18.
Mm.
I wrote a story which was based on my personal, what was happening in my life at the time. I wrote a story, writing it in drama now. I've been reading these books, so I'm writing it the way Shakespeare has been writing and all the other authors. And got my friends in the village. I was in the village at the time, got my friends, guys, let's come, let's act this thing. And now, not that we can act, it is a stage acting now. We're going to present it. I've always loved money. Okay, I think there was always this business thing behind. Then I said, no ways, man. In our schools, we used to have cinemas where they would come and show us videos of Rambo and Chuck Norris. I said, why can't we do the same?
Right.
I approached the principals at schools saying, every Friday, we're coming in here to show you a story. We're going to act. It's us, our children. You've been teaching. We are your product. So we went to schools. Hey, we made money. And in the story, there was a crime scene. And in the story, there was some. Oh no, it was the second one, because after the first one, I wrote the second one because I realized, okay, people are loving this. I wrote the second one.
Right.
But that one wasn't based on my life. And the second one, now I would cry, like literally cry. And people after this, do you have parents? I'm like, I have both parents. So I was like, okay, which means I'm good at this thing. But the point I'm coming to, little did I know that I was doing the role of a producer with everything that I was doing there. Because remember, I didn't know much, but I did have some knowledge. And my friends didn't know nothing at all. So now I'm the one who was calling the shots, and everything I said was right. Nobody could counter thinking whatever I say. Fast forward, went to tertiary education. I wanted to do speech and drama so badly, but my dad didn't understand what that is, and I couldn't give him much explanation myself. But it's fine. Fast forward, I went to do teaching and whatever else, and later on I catched up with this thing until 2002. Yes, South African Broadcasting Corporation there was this training that they were doing on script writing, all the phases of filmmaking, and another private film. Then there was a lot of those. Now I was getting to know people in the industry. There was no cell phones and all that, but still we were trying to connect. And from one master class to one workshop, we take contact numbers, and then, hey, there's this one happening. So that's when now I got to learn, and I realized, no, man, I can't just be an actor. Yes, I can act, but I can't just be an actor. That's when now my love for producing came from, because writing was already there. I was now learning the proper way of writing scripts, and I was, that's where it started.
Right. Thank you very much, Nomi. Quite interesting. Let me ask you this question that usually happens in Nigeria. I don't know if it happens there too. Were your parents in support of you going to the industry of filmmaking and as it were?
Come again?
Were your parents in support of you going into the film industry?
My parents, oh yes, because they knew to prove that they were supporting. My grandfather had a buggy. I don't know, do you call it a buggy too in Nigeria?
Yeah.
The van, that's, but I don't know how to call it in Nigeria, but he had a buggy. So he would take us to all these schools, and my dad always trained me to be responsible. So my father would say to me, hey, listen, we are going to take you to this school, but this is how much it's going to cost you and your team. So from the money we made, you must know that there must be transport money. So they were very supportive till this day, to cut it to a point where in just on that year of COVID, end of 2020, I had a film that I had to shoot in Nigeria, and I went to my dad and said, Daddy, I'm about to embark on this journey now. I'm going to Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. And my dad said, I know this is what you always wanted, because you have always made us watch these Nigerian movies here since early 2000s. I'm okay with you going there, but I've heard many stories about Nigerians. If you don't come back there, if these people kill you there, tell them I said they must bury you there.
Right.
Because I'm not coming to fetch your dead body. Then I was like, he's giving me blessings. I must go. I said, Daddy, don't worry, I won't die. So my parents were very supportive. My family is still supportive even today. Right,
nice. So let's when you got to Nigeria finally, were you killed? It was tell us a bit about your
You are talking to my I'm the ghost.
Right.
I'm the ghost. You're talking to my body too right now. On the contrary, I was treated like the queen that I am. I swear.
Absolutely. That's very nice. Very nice to hear that. right? So what have been the most defining moment for you so far in your career? The most defining moment
Oh,
so far in your career?
the success of the film titled for Ikemefuna
Mm,
that I shot in Nigeria in 2023.
mm, mm.
That film, since the time we made it, it has now collected 6-7 awards internationally. For me, besides acting on Netflix and any other international productions, acting,
Yeah.
but producing for Ikemefuna
Mm.
is the best one for me.
Right. Nice, nice, nice. Uh, Apart from Ikemefuna, is there another film that you can say is so far been the biggest or something that had been like a turning point for you?
Yes, you mean the ones that I produced myself, right?
Produce, act, direct, anyone that you feel is like you were.
Yeah, there's a lot of bits and there's a lot of bits. Okay, right now as we speak, if you go and watch Fatal Seduction
Yeah,
season 2,
right,
you will see this ugly face. You will see this
right.
ugly face.
That's right. Yes,
On
production,
Netflix, right?
right on Netflix. On
I'm not
Netflix.
gonna talk about the character, but go to Netflix now. Fatal
Yes,
Seduction
I
season
saw
2.
it.
You will see this ugly face.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Right. Thank you very much, Nomi. Thank you very much so far. Let me just go to the our community. You know how we do it. Always come, send your questions, your comments, and I will take them as we go. And Nomi is, yes, one of Africa's biggest film producer that we have on this night tonight with us on the conversation. Peter Armand Boyo, my co-host, I'll yield the floor a bit. You have a question for a comment?
Yes. Well, I'm so happy that we're having this conversation because we've been talking about filmmaking, and most times we talk about the art of filmmaking, but she mentioned something about her first film, and that's
Mm.
the mind of a producer. And I know know me, she doesn't play. So when she said this movie has to make money, so that's a
Mm.
producer talking, because producing is the business of filmmaking. So you can have the best film on earth and go do the festivals and something, but if you don't have a producer that's
That have the.
Sorry, Peter. I can't hear. I can't hear you well. Your sound is not good.
Yeah, I don't know, but he was saying that while you were speaking from the point of a producer, not from the point of a layman. You're talking from the point of a business, which is very important when it comes to conversations that have to do with filmmaking. And so that's what I was actually talking about and all that. So um, I don't know. We lost him here. I don't know what's happening. But before we come back, let us say a big shout out to our community. Miriam Wefe says good to be here. It's very insightful. Thank you. Uh, you're a bit. You're a bit. Can you speak? Let's hear. Okay, so Bible Stories book says good to be here. Thank you for hanging out with us. Miriam Wayne, thank you for having us with us. MTZ TV 234 is always an interesting conversation. Yeah, absolutely. It's always interesting. Of course, E234 TV says absolutely. I think it's concurring to what Peter was saying about the business of filmmaking in Africa. You know, Peter, are you back? Hello, Peter, are you there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think he's back.
Okay, so let's go into script to screen now. The core conversation.
Cool.
So, as a producer, when you get a script, when you get a script or a story idea, what's the first thing that you look for before you decide to produce it? When maybe you have an idea or somebody brings a story to you, and so what's the first thing you put into consideration before you say, okay, I want to put my money on this?
The most important one is originality.
Right.
It must be the writer's original concept,
Mm.
and it must be a story I've never heard before. Even if it's a story I've heard before, but it must
Can you hear
have
me?
a tweak. Yes, now we can hear you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome back, Peter.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm saying it must one be an original story.
Yes.
It must be, even if original idea, it must be something we've never heard before. Even if it's a topic that we've heard before, but how you will unpack it makes a huge difference.
Right.
You can't come to me and say to me, the story I have here, it's about a girl that was raped by her stepfather.
Yeah.
Already,
very
I'm not
done.
listening. Already, I'm not listening. I'm not listening already.
Right.
The story I'm bringing to you, it's about xenophobia.
Right.
You understand? But
Absolutely.
let me make example with For Ikemefuna. You can tell a xenophobic story, a story about xenophobia. We've heard that. There's a lot of stories about xenophobia. But now look for what makes it different from the others. Okay, she's telling a story about xenophobia, but now the difference is xenophobia happening in South Africa. The difference now is she's showing us what impact does xenophobia have on those people in other countries, in this case, which will be Nigeria. Then that grabs my attention. But if you're going to say to me it's a story about xenophobia, then in South Africa, I've seen a lot of those. But if you're saying to me, I'm taking the story to Nigeria, I'm going to have a South African in Nigeria feeling how it feels like to be in a foreign land and experience xenophobia, then we might be talking. So the originality, something we've never heard before. If it's something we've heard before, at least it must have a different tweak or additional information to it. And the other thing that makes me interested to it, is it going to sell to my target audience? At the end of the day, I'm in a business of making money. If it's a story, good story, but this one cannot sell. This one cannot sell. Then, yeah.
You know, I think I was speaking with Peter a couple of days ago when we were talking about film production and all that, where we were saying that some of us, because we look at film from the aspect of emotions, we feel that I should do this film because I like it. You know, film is not just about I like it. It's about, would it fly? Would it pass a message? And apart from that, would it bring a bit of ROI that will make you do film again? Exactly. Will it bring money back? You know, because which is very important, because money has been spent. You know, sometimes somebody comes to me and says, I have a very brilliant script and all that, blah, 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 blah. It's my life story. I want to tell it. What is fantastic about your life story?
We'll be interested in your life story.
In your life story. He said very interesting.
You grew up in the village from the poor family. Your father died. We know that. We all grew up like that. Then what? Who didn't grow up poor? Who didn't grow up in the village?
Right. You know, so it's very important that we have that at the back of your mind. Please, Peter, you want to chip in here?
Yeah, I'm just joining. I want to say, so is it important to always have a target audience as a producer, or sometimes you can just make a film and say, I'll sell it to whoever wants, or before you start filming, you should have some kind of idea of a target audience? Is that what you're saying?
Target audience, very important. It's a must. Target audience is a must. You might be lucky to get it to spaces where you didn't target, but you must first see who is my target audience.
Right.
How well will they receive this? Yeah.
Right. What's the role of distribution in all of this?
What is that?
The role of distribution in all of this that we're talking about now. Yeah, you have your target audience, and
the role of
distribution.
What about distribution?
Yes, you know, where does distribution come in at this point? Is it the audience?
Oh yes, okay, yeah. It's very distribution and my target audience are twins like this,
right?
Because this film you are making, you have to sell it. Who are you going to sell it to, and how? That target audience you talk about, which platform or avenue are you going to use to reach to them? So from the very onset, when I receive a script that I think has a potential, I'm thinking distribution before anything. So they go hand in hand. You can't produce any film if you don't know what you are going to do with the film. It's just waste of time and resources and people's time.
Right. Okay, quickly. Thank you very much, Nomi. Let me go to our community. Oladane says, very interesting conversation, very insightful. Please, we need your questions now. You can bring your questions. Nomi is here to take your questions. Very important. In Kelo Cinema Limited, I guess this is a question from Nkelo. Nkelo says, you work with Nigeria and South African filmmakers. Which style will you use next? Blending both or something new? That's the first question. Well, basically what he's saying that, are you going to continue working with both South African and filmmakers as a blend, or you're just going to stay working with only Nigerian filmmakers, or you want to work with only South African filmmakers?
I will go where money is.
All right.
What's the point? What's the point in saying I will do South African films if South African films don't bring? Let me make a short example here. Most people, I was saying the other day in another interview, I said, people don't know who I am. I know that I'm a nobody. You know why? They don't know that I'm an actor because I've made a decision that in my country, I'm sure it's like that in other countries as well. If we don't know your surname, we don't know who you are, where you're coming from, chances are we won't give you a chance, right? Absolutely. I understand the fact that as a producer, you need to have prominent actors to your film to sell. Hence, you end up having the same actors all the time. And people, why is he always there? Why is we are selling here? We are selling here. So I thought to myself, hang on to me. Nobody really knows you here. Acting space. Act somewhere else. I have a lot of productions that I've acted on that are not even screened in South Africa, Belgium, Switzerland, anywhere and everywhere. Some of them I've never seen them myself. So to answer that question, I will do collaborations with anyone in Africa as I'm doing currently. But if I'm going to stay in South Africa and say I want to do only productions in South Africa, am I getting money from the NFAS in South Africa or from whoever? Is there someone giving me money to make a film in South Africa? If I'm getting money in Algeria, bro, I'm going straight to Algeria to shoot in Algeria.
Absolutely.
I hope I've answered the question.
Yes, just also add that that's why we're having this conversation with African filmmakers, that we can work across borders. If you're interested in working with any Nigerian filmmaker, producer, and all that, you can reach out to Nomi. I guess you're from South Africa, so you can reach out to her, or you can reach out to any of us. We will go to share ideas. So
I'm tired of this thing of making Nigeria sounds like it's the only place that a person can work with. I work with other countries as well. I work with Ghana, I work with Kenya, I work with Botswana. So please, it's not about Nigeria. but the advantage is in Nigeria, I know now my network in Nigeria is so wide that I just get calls from Nigeria saying, Nomi, please, we have this, can you come? So yes, but please, viewers, it's not just Nigeria. I'm an African storyteller. Anywhere. So any country, I'm here. I travel everywhere.
So the other question says, what inspired your decision? Well, you mentioned it already, where there's good people and good money, you go there, right?
Yeah.
Yes, where there's good people and there's good money and
good money and good story go together.
Yes,
good money and good story. Okay, let me rectify this as well. Let me rectify this. I will not, because there is money, run into your space. No, good money that goes with a good story. If it means me sitting down with the writer and rewrite the story, if it means me sitting, but it's not just about money, it's money and a good story, because this is my reputation at the end of the day. Hello.
Right.
I don't want to be associated with just any story because there was money involved. No, but it's money and a good story. But I think money takes priority.
Right, like I always say,
spoken like a real producer.
Yes, exactly. So like I always say, your next production, is it going to take you from one step to a higher step, or is it going to bring you down? If it's going to take you to the next step, of course, by all means. So you must also look at
That's true.
how you're going to put all this into perspective and all that.
Because remember that after this film, I can't stop. I need to make another film.
Yes, absolutely.
So where will I get money to make another one if I don't make money from the first one that I had?
Okay. Let's go to the community. In Kelo is saying that how do cultural nuances shape your storytelling? How do cultural nuances? How do cultural nuances, like subtle, when you put subtle cultural things here and there, how do they shape your story?
How do cultural
nuances shape your storytelling?
Cultural what? Sorry, I can't hear that.
How does culture and tradition shape your storytelling? How do you insert them bit by bit here? How do they shape your storytelling? Saying that, how do you bring in culture or tradition into your storytelling?
Okay, all right. First of all, as I said, I look for original stories. The story must be original enough to incorporate culture into it. There must be something related to, I'm a cultural activist, so there must be something that incorporates culture into the story. As I said earlier, if you bring me a story that doesn't have that effect, fortunately, I'm a producer who's also a writer. I sit down with you. We do the script development. If we have to start from scratch, we start from scratch, but there must be that element in your story, because that's what I'm on about. My culture, my identity, my Africanity.
Right. Well, thank you very much. That's very, very, very nice, very interesting, and very brilliant. Thank you for that, Nomi. We have Nomi, Black Queen Afrika. She's on set with us today. She's one of the biggest producers out of Africa. She's done so much, and we're glad to have her with us today. I'm co-hosting today's conversation with Peter Armand Boyo. Peter, I'll yield the floor for you, so I can take any. If you have any comment or any question, let's deal with it.
Well, listening to Nomi, of course, I'm inspired. Now, I'm mostly on the creative side. When I say creative, that is writing, directing, and when it comes to producing, my brain doesn't activate as it should. If you tell me,
I know what you mean. I know that.
yeah.
I've experienced that live.
I know. So I'm so glad that we're having this conversation, because there are lots of filmmakers like me. I've been doing films since I was 5, 6 years old, but I still can't equate it with
No,
business.
I know, my
So
friend. I've seen you in that space.
for people like you, no, people like me know me. So what can you just reset our brains so that we know that it's also a business. It's not just always the art or the looking,
Right.
I'm sure you've come across a lot of directors, actors, and you have to instill that this is a business. Everything must be
in play. I tell you something. I tell you something. For so many years, I've been carrying the toga of a director. I've not been able to. If you ask me who you were, I was thinking, so if I'm a director. But recently, I've been trying to wrap my head around it by saying I'm a producer. I don't want to call myself a director anymore. I say the best I'll do is say I'm a filmmaker, because like Peter have been saying.
I like how everybody just hides behind I'm a filmmaker. Maybe let me just quickly. Let me just quickly before people, because now look, the experience that I got, the learning experience I got was differentiating between these roles, especially producer and director and all that.
Yes.
Let me just quickly take our viewers into the role of a producer in a film production. I'm not going to go deep into that. Hello, you didn't pay me.
Yes.
for saying that. Unless they pay me for telling them that, I will do that. But I'm just gonna give them briefly, but not into so much detail. If they want more detail, then they must send. I'll send my bank account to them.
Absolutely.
All right, briefly. This is the movie framework. This is the film framework. Maybe let me say it there. Film movie framework, how it starts. It's got 5 stages. There's development stage, there's pre-production, there's production itself, there's post-production, there's distribution. So the producer is involved in all these stages, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
So if you want to choose to be a producer, if you're an aspiring producer, you want to choose to be a producer, get into it with your mind open. It needs a specific type of personality. Peter, you can never make a good producer, my friend. I'm telling you now today, because I know you very well. You are good there, directing and whatever and writing, but not a producer, not you. I'll tell the viewers why. So there's a specific type of character that you must be at first. So we go when you start with the development stage, someone approaches you let me talk about me. Someone approaches me and say, hey Nomi, I have the story, blah 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 blah. I would love to have the story done. Look at the story, start with saying, okay, look, let's go back to the script. The script is not going to do. I will mention some of the mistakes that they make in a bit detail. Development stage, now I'm happy with the story, now I must get money. Must get money for this, I must get money for the story. I secure the fund, I've secured the script, now I'll go to pre-production. That is now where I have to look for locations. I have to find the best director. I will also tell why it's important. Find the best director and the rest of the crew. That's where casting comes in. That's where location comes in. That's where filming gear comes in. That's where budgeting comes in. I have to do a budget of this movie, starting from every cent that will be used. And you must know, as a producer, you are responsible for every cent, because remember, most of the times it's not your money. So the person who gave you the money wants to see how you used their money. So on the pre-production stage, you get your casting, you get your locations, your caterers, your transport, everything that's going to be needed. Now you go to production. Every day you are on set, because you have to see that all the people that you have casted, because you have already created a shooting schedule, casting calls, everybody knows what time they should be there, at what time, and all that. You don't forget, you're checking the weather as well. How will it affect which scenes are done in the morning, which scenes are done in the evening, which scenes are inside, which scenes are outside. You have to decide and say, okay, which ones must I group together? Okay, you have to be cost effective as well and think, if we're shooting in Ibadan, can we do another scene in Abuja on the same day? No. So let's first do all the scenes from Ibadan, get them done, and then move to Abuja to do scenes from Abuja. That is all the producers thing. Things happens, the rain starts falling, the director says, Madam, it's raining. He doesn't want his gears, his cameras to be affected by rain. You have to make a plan as a director. Things happen that Peter was supposed to come on set on this time. Peter is not there. The person he's acting with is there. And this is the scene the director is ready to shoot. And director can give you a hell lot of I don't want to swear. Now you have to make means, improvise. What must be done now? Because this is the scene and one of the actors is not there. One of the actors come on set, they sick, the voice is gone. One of the actors is on set, they scared, they can't act. There's a lot happening there. Now you must mean these people have eaten. These people are taken home. This is you, producer. Now this is production. These people are taken home. They have eaten, and they can't eat the same food every day. And you must make sure it's quality food. And any other problem that can come up while you're on set, trust me, it will come to you as a producer. Are you strong enough for that? Then we come to post-production. Shooting is done now. If for any reason the editors find out there's some scenes, there's some footage that is missing, I swear it's your responsibility, girl. What happened? Because we don't have scene 25. We don't have footage for scene 25. You can't go and shoot. It's your problem.
No problem.
Then post-production, you are there supervising the whole process. Now the product is done. It's here in your head. People want their money. Investors want their money.
Absolutely.
Loan has to be paid. Now you must do distribution. Make sure this movie sells. It's your responsibility as a producer. So viewers, if you want to be a producer, you must have that strong personality, one, and
Right.
you must know how to do business dealings. You must know how to because you must make sure not compromising the quality, but be able to negotiate deals. Otherwise, you will waste that money because that budget is very strict. And I swear to you, people don't understand you're working at a constrained budget. They just want what they want.
Right.
So yeah, that's more
Okay.
about it. Who the producer and their role is in the film production.
So, as a producer, would you advise, or how would you advise? Would you work with your money or with other people's money? Which is best? And what would you advise other producers? Using your personal money or using other
Can you
people's
come
money?
up with that again?
When you want to when you want to work on a project or you're producing a film, right? That's your own project. Would you rather use your money to produce or use other people's money to produce?
If I have money, I use my own.
Okay. Which is better?
Because using my own, I already have a plan of what will happen if I can't recoup this money. Because remember, there's no guarantees that any platform is going to take that film. But if I borrowed money from you, and then after a year you want your money back, I don't have it. What am I going to do? You know. And also, the other important thing, you'd rather look for grants that you don't have to repay back. That is also even much better. Look for grants if you can't have your own funding, but I don't encourage taking a loan unless you have secured a distribution deal before that script was taken into a camera. If you have secured a distribution deal, take money anyway because you know it's going to come back. But without a distribution deal, rather use your money or get a grant.
Right. Thank you very much, Nomi. Quite exciting. Let's just jump into our community is buzzing. The chat room is buzzing. And MTZ TV says, how important is collaboration in transforming a script to a good film? How important is collaboration in a film production, like transforming a script to a good film? How important is collaboration?
How does collaboration do what?
How important is collaboration during film production?
Very, it's vital.
Yes.
Remember, you don't know everything. You don't know everything.
Yes.
You don't know everything. I could have been a producer. Maybe I say I produced 20 films, but I will still learn something new from someone else.
Absolutely.
Collaboration is important for one. For one, the learning part of it. Secondly, for distribution. Remember, this person you are bringing along, they have their own network, their own plan, their own what. So you're bringing those two together now, you can even end up getting money, funds to shoot without having to pay it back if you collaborate with someone else. Say, Kingsley, you say, look, I have 1 million naira, and I say, I have 2 million naira, let's put it together, let's shoot this thing. You know, and even on production now, the load is not heavily on you if you have a co-producer.
Right.
The other producer will do this and that. The other producer will be doing that. So yeah, it's very important, and mostly for networking and distribution process purposes. Now you have better chances of your film being seen in other countries.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much, Nomi. Let's see. Go back to the chat. 8340 is saying, and this one is for every one of us. What's the good film? What's the good film? Peter, you want to speak to that first before Nomi speaks? In your own view, what's a good film?
According to me, right?
Yes, according to what's a good film?
According to me.
Yes,
according to me, a good film is a film that resonates,
right,
that tells the story that people can relate to, and that is authentic. Not to forget good quality and good sound.
Right. Right. Peter, are you there? Are you there, Peter? You know, because why this are you there, Peter? Okay, why this is very
I think
important?
he can't hear. He can't hear us.
Why this is
Yeah.
important, really?
Yeah, can you hear me?
This question because it's
Yes,
most
I'm
of the
here.
yes can hear
Can
Now
you.
you
we
hear?
can hear you.
Okay, right. So you want to speak to the question? What's a good film? In
Now
your
we
own
hear
view, what's
you.
a good film?
Like she said, a good film is a film that has been told in a different light. So if you're telling a story, because there's no real original story, but there's different ways of telling it, what angles, and does the audience buy into that story? Is it a good marketing story? When you show it, will people want to come and see it again? Are people talking about it? Referrals, well, referrals not the word, but referral, will people say, oh, you have to see that movie? Or is it like,
Yeah.
been there, done that? So, talking from the business side, and also, is it sellable? Is it a global film? Is it a cultural film? What's the audience? Is the audience buying into it? So that's what makes a good film. And then artistically, quality number one is good picture, good sound, good editing, good costumes, good composition, all that add to a good film and film that somebody would remember.
Right, right. Thank you very much. I think it's a good one that we thank you, Mr. Peter. Thank you, Nomi. Very good. This is has been a very interesting topic. I know one of these I want to sit down and actually discuss what a good film is because everybody have their different ideas about what a good film is. Especially when it has to do with the way things are being done right now in Nollywood. You know, when you copy a story from an American story somewhere and just put it together and all that, it makes it's a good something that's for example, it's a good film. Or when you have one of the best equipment, you have the most expensive equipment um, at your disposal to shoot a film, that's a good film. When you have a good story, that's a good film. So I guess it's about time we lay this thing to rest and let us know what I think you guys have spoken well about what a good film is and all that. So basically, from our take home is a film that resonates with our audience, that has good commercial value and has good technical and technical quality and good crew work and all that. Of course, good direction and good production. Production design is very, very important also to film production, which a lot of people don't take for granted. But however, we forge ahead. That's the conversation for that day. Thank you very much. So let's go back. Let's still talk to the community. They say Bible Stories book say interesting conversation. Thank you very much, Bible Story book. Entity says good stuff. Thank you. Entity saying thank you to you, Nomi. Mary Omoefe says, wow, I enjoy this session. Thank you. We appreciate our community. Please continue to send your questions and your comments. We'll take them as we go. And please don't forget to subscribe and ask questions. Um, Nomi is one very, very busy filmmaker that we have. We are so happy and so delighted. I'm very, very happy to have her here. So she's one person that you need to relate with as a filmmaker. If you don't know Nomi right now and you're an African filmmaker, you don't know nobody. So
Yeah. And she's very humble. Don't
so
very humble.
She's very what, Peter? She's very what?
Humble.
very humble, right?
She doesn't want to say how fantastic she is because I met Nomi this year, right? Because of
Right,
Festac
right.
Africa,
Mm,
where she happens to be the Festac Wood. There's a Festac Wood, which is the
mm,
Festac Film Community Coordinator,
right.
and we had films from all diaspora and she has her standards. She'll be like, this film, no, 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 the quality. So when it comes to filmmaking,
Don't,
she knows
don't,
what I'm
don't, don't,
talking
don't,
about.
don't hang out getting loan repeated. Don't hang
No,
out getting
No,
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 loan.
no, no, I'm not. But when it comes to filmmaking, she doesn't joke with story and quality. She's
right.
like, I've seen this story a million times. Give me something. Give me something that is different. So,
Mm-hmm.
which
Remember
is
how we
good. And I
sat
think a
and did
lot
all
of,
that for months?
yeah, a lot of filmmakers tell the same story over and over again. They change the character names and think it's a different story, but it's not.
It's not.
If you can sit down and predict a story, then you haven't done a good job.
Right, right.
Different, same original idea, but
Mm,
different way of telling it. We had a conversation which she touched a little bit about story of a girl being molested by her stepfather.
mm.
10 million stories
Um,
of abuse like that. But
right.
have you ever told it a different way, like from the girl's perspective? Have you
Mm,
told it from the audience perspective, from the community's perspective?
mm.
So it's not just telling the story, it's about um, bringing something different. Like she says, give me something, give me something, give me something
Right.
different. So as a producer, I think people watching that want to produce should also know that it's not just getting a script and doing a budget and shooting it, but
Mm,
think about the audience, think about distribution, think about if this story is going to sell, is it marketable or is it something that we've seen 250 times?
right.
Everyone goes to the premiere and that's the end of the movie. It doesn't
Mm,
stop at the premiere, which a
right.
lot of movies do.
Oh, yeah.
So
Right.
we're learning all this from Nomi. I think
Very
Nomi, I don't know, do you have master classes that you do or training sessions so that if people want to train? Because I think there needs to be more production of producers workshops to
workshop.
be
Right.
done.
Absolutely.
The most
Absolutely.
the most important one, Peter, that I've done one, I think some few years ago, maybe not last year, yeah, last year. The most important one is still work in progress, but because I'm always busy, I don't really make time for it. But now the question you're asking now makes me really think. The most important I want to start with script writing.
Mm.
Mm,
If you can see my email
mm,
and my inbox from Facebook and Instagram and whatever,
mm,
I would be rich by now if I was poor. I have so many scripts from different people.
mm,
But
mm.
one of the reasons why I haven't done anything about them, because they all not
Sound
written properly.
properly. Right.
Mm.
Besides content, just
Mm,
the basics of a professional script using the
mm,
correct formatting and size and all that.
mm.
Now, imagine this. You get a person saying, "Hi, Sis Black Queen, I just saw you, da, 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 da. I hate from this one, referral. Please, I have a story. Okay, send through, let me see." And then I read what is this? Then I come back to you and say, "Listen, this story needs to be rewritten. Not the content. I haven't even read your story, but just the formatting is completely not what we would work with." Then a person asks you, "Can you help me with that?" Bruh, do I look like I have time for that, dude? Like, seriously? Then when I say to you, "Yeah, I can help you with that. I can help you with that, but you must pay me some money. I will rewrite your story for you." How much? You tell them how much it is. Yo, that is too much. Then I'll be like, "Go back, do your research, come back with the proper story to me." Some people, I'm going to be honest now, some I never responded to them, because I will tell you straight before you send a script to me. I said to me, make sure that your script is written properly. Go do research on what is the proper professional format to use,
Format.
the way to use
So
a
it's
script.
important.
The script, a script for filming, because people will send you a theater script and you like, or a radio story script, and like, "Hello, this is a radio story script. I don't want this. I want a film script."
Mhm.
So yeah, it's very, so the one I want to do, the masterclass I want to do mostly is firstly on film script writing before going into anything. You said Peter, you saw how I would ask people who are sending films now for the festival we're coming from,
Mm,
send me a log line.
mm.
I was so
If you
surprised
are a
that how many
writer,
people cannot send a log
exactly.
line.
What line, right?
They can't. They just
They just don't know.
Send me a log line. A person sends you the whole
Don't know.
synopsis. Dude, I asked for a log line.
Right, right.
You don't know how many log lines, how many people's log lines I had to rewrite for them if they say the truth, but they cannot. They cannot want to praise me. I know that it's okay.
Right.
Most of the filmmakers, we had more than 50 films that were submitted. Most of them, I rewrote their log lines based on the film I'm watching. But you should write the log line from the script, not from the finished product. Because remember, on the finished product, there were maybe scenes that were omitted. There were some tweaks and changes that were made by the director. It's not the proper one that I'm giving, but from what I had to give it a log line for them to qualify, to help them to qualify, So it's very important that people must learn how to write scripts. So the first online masterclass I'm going to do, I've decided that because I've done it here, I'm doing privately as well, maybe groups of 3 or 4 people, I do that, but the first online one will be for script writing. It's very important.
Right. That's brilliant. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Nomi. Our community is hot, is buzzing. MT is saying, good to know you, Nomi. Yeah, because I said everybody to know you. So now he's saying good to know you. Right.
Hello, good to know you too.
He's saying that a question for you. What kind of story would you be looking for right now? You want to produce a film at the moment. What kind of story would you be looking for right now?
Right now, I would be looking for a film that tells the tale of African people. I'm looking now for a film that will tell me about why, when I was growing up, my grandma told me that girls mustn't eat eggs. Right now, I need a story that will educate the generation that we have of our roots. Right now, I need a story of all those cultural practices that we had back then. Baby children are born, twins are born, one must be taken away. Or one must be killed. Why was that done? How does that relate to what is happening in our world today? Give me stories that will bring back us as Africans, because now we are living the Western life altogether. Yes, times have changed. You can't 100% go back to Western life, but give me a story that will teach my 19-year-old son that, you know what, the social media is not doing it. My mom is not doing it. If I can follow this, maybe life would be better for me. So those are the type of stories I'm looking for. Culturally based African stories. That's what I'm concentrating on now.
Okay, quickly. What challenges do African filmmakers face trying to get their film into international audiences? From your experience, what are the challenges that African filmmakers face trying to get their film to the international audience?
All producers and all filmmakers will agree. If I were to have this thing live and everybody will speak, I know everybody will be saying funds.
Funding.
That's the biggest one. Funding, because for your film to reach international market, it needs to be of good quality.
Right.
Where will you get money for that? So the biggest one is funding. The second one is the access to cinemas. We don't in Africa, we don't really have proper access to cinemas.
That's right.
And the last one is the rate that is charged by, they are going to kill me now, by distribution agents.
Yes, absolutely.
That is too high. We can't afford that.
No, but that's true.
Distribution agents are killing us. I'm telling you now. That's one of the challenges.
It's a major challenge. It's a major challenge and all that. You know, let me add a big part to this question, right? What mistakes do you think African filmmakers are making that we cannot?
What
mistakes that you think that African filmmakers are making that is making us not to reach our international audience?
Okay, I will go back to the relationship between the director, the producer and the writer. I'll go back to that. One of those is people are not telling their original stories. People want to take a story that they have seen in the movie in America and want to turn it into our own story. People, when they pitch to producers, they have high expectations that she must take my story because her boyfriend, her husband, her wife read it and said to you, baby, this is wow. It's wow to who? Are you the audience? Is she the audience? So when you get with it to me and you'll be like, but they said it will be fine. Because remember this, what works for me might not work for you. So that is another mistake that they have. And another issue that kills our writers and our filmmakers, they don't protect their work. They don't protect their work. As I'm saying, I have a lot of scripts that I can use and make money out of as I'm sitting here. People who have sent me scripts, they know. Let me tell you now, if you have ever sent me a script, I'm going to use it this year.
Right.
I'm going to make a thing out of it. I'm saying this as a joke, but the importance of protect your work.
Copyright,
is what is called intellectual property, copyright. That is one of the things that hinders the process, because you come with a beautiful story and you think it will make it out there. And when it comes out there, it will be Black Queen Afrika creations, and the first character there is Kingsley, and yours was Peter. As the story goes, no man, this story sounds familiar. What are you going to say? You gave it to me. You gave it to me. You gave it to me free of charge. Right. I'm a business person. I'm here to make money. I don't care about you. You know. So yeah, those are all of the mistakes that sometimes not make us not to get to where we should be getting. But more importantly, our people are lazy. Life has become easy now. We have internet. Stop using internet for watching what is this thing? YouTube or TikTok videos and commenting on issues that doesn't concern you about politics and who hates who in the world. Get into use that data and that Wi-Fi to search on how can I get a good producer? How can I get this? How can I? So that when it's time for you to give to come with that your idea, then it hits the right spot and it can make money for you and it can be successful. Sometimes not even about money. Sometimes it's about making the first step. I'll make an example. My first film that I produced in 2010 that I did myself on my own by myself. I was Tyler Perry in that one. If you know what I mean when I say I was Tyler Perry. And it was a 60-minute, the day of a corporate woman. It's a 60-minute, but it happened in one day. Till this day, I'm proud of myself because very few writers and producers could make a story that will happen in one day and still be 60 minutes. If you want to challenge me on that, bring it on. But my story, my film never made it anywhere. I bought that machine that prints CDs. Nigerians has taught me these things long time ago. Okay, Nigerians print on those discs and sell. Then that's what I did. And that's the only way of distributing it that I did. I couldn't make it anywhere. Looking at that film now, I sit back and laugh and like, no, Miguel, no, what was this? What was this?
What was the learning process?
But because it was a powerful story that people could relate to, it worked. Back in my hometown, I had a huge screening of the film and everybody was excited. One, because they saw me on the film acting there, and two, they could relate to. But it was crap. It was crap. But the actors were good. I can't blame them. But the whole thing was crap. It was really crap. The story was good. So sometimes people rush to making big stories. Do 5 minutes video, do 5 minutes film, 5 minutes film, prove your potential as a producer. Finish that, send it out to festivals and whatever, see how it goes. These days it's very nice. We have digital platforms. Bombard your YouTube. You don't know when you will get a collaborator. A potential collaborator, then you go and make your 15 minutes. Don't rush into making money. You hear me talking about money. Do you know how many jobs I've done for free in my life? Right. I've done so many jobs for free in my life, both as a producer, both as an art director, both as an actor, and as a writer. Okay, writer. Writer. Yeah. Writer, yes, a little bit. But I've done a lot of that for free. Why was I doing it? It was my learning space. There was no internet to teach me these things. The only way for me was to say, you know what, it's fine. I'll write the script for you. Okay, I've also been robbed. I wrote a series. I don't want to mention names, but I can mention because that guy, you know what? I was the head writer of a series of I was the head writer of a series of supposedly 8 episodes of 15 minutes each. We worked so hard, man. And then potentially the person said, no, we can't. When it was time for payments, there were stories. And boom, some months later, we saw the same series somewhere else. Exactly the same series.
Wow.
With different names.
You don't want to know how much painful that was. And because there was no NDA there was nothing, there's nothing we could do but swear to him, God will punish you. God, he's making money. God will punish you. The guy is making money. Now this thing is on all over TV in South Africa, and nobody knows that the originator of the story was Nomi. Because who is Nomi? Who is Nomi? Nobody knows Nomi, but this guy, because he's known. So I've been exploited myself. I know how it feels like. So people, let's educate ourselves, make use of the internet to learn how these things work. Otherwise, our creativity is going down the drain.
Right. Thank you very much.
Luckily, I'm a humble person and kind person. I don't do such, but I'm not promising I will never do it.
Right.
I haven't done it yet,
She's
but
joking.
I might do it sometime. If people are not listening to me and protecting their work, I might do it sometime, but I haven't done it. I can't sleep well at night if I do that. I'm joking.
Right,
that's not
right. We spoke about funding a lot. Funding, and all that. It's a big issue for African filmmakers, right? In your own personal capacity, how do you navigate the issue of funding?
As I mentioned, grants. There's film grants everywhere. In South Africa, they are, and in Nigeria as well, in other countries.
Right.
But the biggest challenge we have there is the requirements they want for us to qualify for those grants.
Right.
But it's doable, guys. It's doable. I've received grants. It's doable. Second one is, if you have a community of business people who would love to invest in you because they know you, they know your potential, come talk to the potential, to the people in your circle, get investors in, say, listen, man, you have some 30K there that you're not going to use now, something like that. Do crowdfunding. Crowdfunding, guys. These days, things are easy. Crowdfunding. There is platforms like Sit and Spark. There's this one for Kenya, South Africa, and Zambia. I think it's called what? I forgot the name now. But Google crowdfunding do crowdfunding. Some people make money from that. Ask your people close to you. We are Africans, man. We know that we do the bargaining. We are Africans. Listen, can I use your products? This product. Listen, give me this amount of money. I will use your washing powder product in my film. And you make sure the story is about washing powder. Everybody must wash something somewhere.
Watch something, right?
If it means changing the script, this person paid a lot of money. Wash, everybody must wash. Even the baby must learn to wash. Change that story. Everybody must be washing. Okay, your product of coffee. Everybody must get drunk. There must always be negotiations. There must always be dowry negotiations, because now there is this palm wine. What is this other drink? That is other drink in Nigeria. That is the blue one. It's called green one. It's called Sedge. Say something. The reason I remember this, because I have spoken to the owners of that company and they gave us, and I swear to you, everybody.
Is it the washing liquid?
No. To drink now, alcohol. It's called it's green. It's in a green packaging.
Okay.
It's a common. It's a common drink. Yes. Yes, I have. Yes. You don't know how many negotiations and family gatherings I had to make in that store so that we can use this product.
Right.
So work around with it. Speak to the catering people around in your area. Listen, ma'am, you have this business, but how is your business going? Look, I have 30,000 followers on my page, and if we can help us by bringing us a meal for a day or 2 meals for 2 days, I will make sure that you are mentioned in there. Even get her there to cook for somebody, whatever she has to cook. Change the story to make that lady there to make some food wearing her apron. So all those bargaining means it also helps a lot to get the money. But otherwise, I always say people must try and get grants. Grants is better because there's not much pressure to bring it back, to pay it back. But if you're taking loans and if you're doing it with an investor, make them sign, make them understand that there must be a clause that says there is no guarantee that you'll get this money after 2 years. You will get this money only if the film sells. Make it clear to them, because if you don't do that, they will be on your case and you won't have that money because your story will not be selling.
Right. Thank you very much. It's in fact very insightful. In fact, this is very, very close to my heart. What you just spoken about is very, very close to my heart, because I've been going around trying to talk to brands, how they can come in and all that. And the channel that we have, I've done it with TV production series and all that, but with film, it's been a major challenge because we don't have a schedule. You actually want a media deployment schedule from you when the film will start to shoot and when we finish post production and where it's going to air or where it's going to show, right? And most of the ones, and all that. So for TV, it's a bit easier because I know it's going to have my program.
Yes, for TV, it's easier
because it's a series that's running already. But for films, I think I like the fact that you brought it in, and especially when you say you're going to let them know that I have this number of followers on my page, on my channel, and all that, and it's going to bring some kind of a leverage to your project and all that. So it's very important. Because I was going to ask, my next question was going to be, what are some of the cost-effective ways that we can run production in Africa without compromising quality?
Okay, we are so blessed nowadays that we have technology. Technology has evolved. In 2020, during COVID times, I shot a short film in Nigeria. Again, the pandemic, it was 15 minutes on using iPhone 11. But I had to make sure that my light was here. I had to make sure my sound was here.
Right.
That film won an award. That film won an award on the International Short Film Festival. So people now have expensive phones. You see, Peter's phone, I can make 1,000 movies from it. Peter, give me that phone, please, my friend.
Absolutely.
Okay.
By the way, let me make this joke. Let me make this joke.
Right.
Okay, you guys know how crappy your films were 20 years ago, right?
Yes, absolutely.
This is what you people will do. You will use a cell phone, right?
Yes.
And you will mic one. You mic
one person,
one character there.
Yeah.
You will have a better sound. Okay, viewers, I've said the secret now. Let me tell you now. If you watch a Nigerian movie, the old ones, not the new ones, those old ones made in the last 20 years, like which one everybody liked that made everybody cry in the country, in the whole world, Black Sister. You realize that one person, when they speak, the sound is clear, but the other ones, the sound is something else. And I got to learn later that some of the Nollywood, or let me just say Nollywood, people will take me to jail. Some of the Nigerian filmmakers would use their cell phones, which back then were not as the best quality as the iPhones that are now. We have iPhones that gives the same quality as maybe Black
Magic, right, and some Sonic camera.
Black Magic, yeah. Even close to Red, we have cameras, we have phones that does that. So we can make use of those platforms. We have apps these days that can do editing, make everything look. We have AI.
Yes.
AI can make films, right?
Yes.
AI can make films. So those are other means that we can use that were cost effective. As I've said, do the bargaining, do the branding thing, and yeah, try your luck. But especially if you know that is your first project, don't expect it to be perfect, but you have something on your hand and say, I'm an aspiring producer, I have this. I'm proud of that 2010 because it brought some jobs to me, because they could see, okay, she's got a potential, but here and there was this, that.
Right. Thank you very much. Quickly, we're rounding up quickly, shortly. But let me just take this comment from our community. Told you somebody just say, wow, nice seeing Black Queen Afrika on the show. Wow, you have some fans right here. She's so excited to see you. I mean, you're very popular within the Nigerian community. So you say,
thank you.
Every week the program just keep getting better. Thank you. We try our best. We want to make sure that this is the go-to place for proper information, for education, and for knowledgeable about anything you want about the industry. You know, this is not a third-party information. This is direct information from the industry people. You know, like I always say to people, if you want proper information and proper education, come to the show, because we are filmmakers, we are practicing filmmakers. So we know what we're talking about. It's not somebody that's telling you something that he heard. We're talking from experience. And like you see, Nomi here had serious, very good experience in African filmmaking. She worked across all Africa, Kenya, and all that. So Toji, thank you very much. She said this is very insightful. Thank you very much. In fact, talking about Africa, as we round up quickly, what advice, would you give that can help to build stronger ties between, especially the Nigerian filmmakers, South African filmmakers, the Kenyan filmmakers, the Ghanaian filmmakers? You're somebody who have worked in all this industry, and you've seen the different levels of production and the industry. What advice do you think will make us stronger, that you give to make us stronger going forward?
My did they say it's a motto? I don't know, maybe it's a motto is the right, but my motto is, or my quote, this one came from me.
Right.
If politics fail to unite us, arts will.
Right.
First things first, let's change this, the mindset. Let's look into humanity before nationality. Then we can collaborate with other filmmakers. Collaboration is very powerful, guys. I must tell you now. It has helped me in many ways. As I'm saying, I'm also learning as I go. You don't know what I've learned in Ghana. You don't know what I've learned with Kenyan filmmakers and in Botswana, in Cameroon. You don't know. So let's first change our mindset. One. Secondly, let us learn. Do not be lazy. Use AI, use all these chat GPT, whatever is out there, use it. Ask these people these questions. And thirdly, associate with people in the industry that you want to be at. There's nothing wrong in writing an email. Hi, Black Queen, I saw you on this show. My name is so. I would love to. You don't know if I might respond to that. If I don't, I don't. But you will never know. So make use, all these people are on Instagram everywhere. Send that inbox, but don't send hi.
Exactly. Hi.
But send that inbox there. There are people who send me even the link to their work. So this is me, Black Queen. This is the link to my work. What can we do? Blah 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 blah. So make use of the the network. Network with people. Get to know people and people to know you. I will come back to the show because I know for a fact from all the people watching here now and writing comments, I will have 1 or 2 business deals from this. It has to happen that way.
Right.
If not, I wasted my 1 hour sitting here.
No, then.
So that is my advice: collaboration and network.
Yes. In fact, I got 3 big take home from you right now. First, you said humanity before nationality is very, very important. Very, very important. It resonates with me. We Africans were one. We don't have borders. Actually, there's no borders in Africa. No, but the borders is right here in our head.
Yeah.
So it's right here in our head. So we don't have borders. You said change of mindset is very, very important. It still comes from here, right? Change of mindset. You also talk about politics. If politics do not change us, do not bring us together, film
Arts must
will
bring us
not
together.
should bring us together. Arts should bring us together. It's very important. These are very key elements. And those people on the chat room, those who are watching online, watching live, wherever you're watching from the world, take this very, very important. If you didn't want, even take any other thing from this show today, as African filmmakers, take these three keywords that we just mentioned now. First and foremost, humanity is humanity before nationality is very important, and also a change of mindset. And thirdly, if politics could not bring us together, art, film should bring us together. It's very important. Thank you very much, Nomi. Let us wait for Peter to come in so that we can run up quickly. But before then, what advice will you give to young filmmakers, African filmmakers, young filmmakers? You've been saying a lot, but let's try to harmonize them now.
The most important, if you're a young filmmaker, just learn. Knowledge is very powerful. You cannot be any filmmaker if you have no knowledge. Familiarize yourself with the current trends. What I learned in 2002 is no longer valid now. So learn. Use that internet for you to learn.
Right.
Look for people in the industry. Don't be afraid to talk. Even if they don't respond, it's okay. If they say, I don't have time, it's okay. Someone will at some point in your life. I didn't just get these collaborations. I didn't first go to Nigeria. I was sitting here when I got a first call to Nigeria saying, Nomi, can I work with you? You see? So yeah, use the internet for your own knowledge. That's all I can say to the young filmmakers.
That's right. Because you can learn a lot. If you want to learn, look at shows like the where experienced filmmakers are talking. You can learn from it. It's a whole master class that we have done today and all that. So it's very important. Instead of just holding your phone and just scrolling and watching stuff that does not concern you as filmmakers, look to the internet, look for good projects, good shows that can help you out and all that. It is very important and in one word, how will you describe the African film industry?
Before I answer that, let me just say this out loud now. Everybody who have responded there on those comments, I'm sending my bank account.
Right. Right. Nice.
I'm sending my bank account. One word for African film market: potential. Potential.
Right.
We have so much potential, and we will make it. We just need to work together.
Let me just go straight. Let me just stop the community people round up quickly now. MTZ says this is massive, very insightful. 8234 says good stuff. 8234 says thank you. Thank you is not enough. You will send the account. MTZ says thank
account
you.
Number is coming.
Mary is clapping. She's clapping. She'll give me a lot of clap for you. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, MTZ. Thank you, everybody. In Kelo Cinema PTY Limited say, it says, wow, what a powerful message and suggestion. We need more such dialogues to improve our African film. No one does it alone, but together we are powerful together. It's this beautiful. Thank you very much. In fact, that's a very key word. Togetherness. But do this thing together and we'll make sure that we take Africa to the next level. And Nomi, I want to say a big thank you to you for being our guest today. I don't know what happened to Peter, but I will extend your greetings to him and all that. And well, do you have any word to say? Do you have any project? Do you have anything that you want to talk about so that our viewers, our community will know about it? Your handle, if you have a YouTube channel, anything, any project you want people to talk about, you want to talk about that you want us to know, please go ahead.
Okay, as I said, because remember I also do casting. Yeah. So as I said, people, if they can watch now, if you have access to Netflix, Fatal Seduction 2, I think, yeah, the first 2 episodes, I'm not really sure. I haven't watched it myself, but yeah, some were there. And also, guys, I am looking for collaborations throughout Africa. But please, when you send your proposals to me, you must tell me how you think we are going to have money, because I don't have money as well. I don't have money, but we can find money to do a project. I'm working for collaborations. People can check my YouTube channel, Black Queen Afrika. There is some few films there that I have posted on the movies, and there is also on my Facebook, Black Queen Afrika, the artist. Black Queen Afrika, the artist. That's where there's 2. There's a main account, Black Queen Afrika with a K, and Black Queen Afrika with the artist. On the Black Queen Afrika, the main account, you will see there what I do, what I've done, what I'm doing. But if you want more industry related professional content, and that's why I wrote all my crap the other side. But on the page, Black Queen Afrika, the artist, that's where I will take you very seriously if you send a message there, because on the Black Queen Afrika, that's where there's those hi, you are beautiful, hey, are you married? That's where they start. So I don't even look much into it. But on Black Queen Afrika, the artist, whenever I see a message, I jump. And also, I'm also on Instagram, Black Queen _Afrika. So yeah, I would love to make more collaborations in any country, in every country, in every. Don't be scared. Of what I said. Bring the story through. We will tell you if it will work or not, and we will advise where you can. We don't just throw it and say no, this one won't work. We advise what needs to be done. So yeah, let's work together, man. Let's work together. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I am very proud of my Africanity. I don't care if people say what about me. I'm a cultural activist, and everything I do for Africa. All I do is for Africa. So if you are going to come and speak to me and come with those mindset and those tendencies of talking bad about other people, I will block my ears, because I know things are happening, bad things are happening. They are doing bad things. I don't care about that. I care about making films with the ones who wants to make films with me. So if you're going to come into my inbox and tell me about all those positive things, I will block my ears. I won't even listen to you. So let's work together, guys. Let's work together. And remember, learn.
Right. Remember, learn. Right? Very important. Let me just take Inquelo last before we round up. As you just mentioned, AI 3 times. How can filmmakers and editors effectively utilize AI tools, enhance their creativity workflow without sacrificing artistic control? Well,
that's a master class for another day.
It's a master class on its own. So we're going to talk about this sometime. But you have the internet, you have YouTube to look into. But of course, you can use AI to enhance your tool, your job right now, and all that. A lot of people are scared of AI already. You don't have to be scared. Just like when we're transitioning from analog to digital. Just learn, flow with the time. Make sure you get used to what AI is all about, so it can help your job to move to the next level. So it's a master class that you need to do and all that. Nomi, Black Queen Afrika, thank you very much. Right? Like they say, every great film surely comes to an end. Every great film begins with a story, and every good film comes to an end. And tonight's conversation with Nomi and Peter has been amazing and very, very nice and all that. I want to say a big thank you for all the company for tuning in, and especially I want to say a big thank you to Nomi Mzamane, Black Queen Afrika, one of Africa's biggest producers. Thank you for honoring our invitation. We look forward to having you very soon back in Nigeria, so we can do some work together. And of course,
I'm coming. Just say the word.
So I want to say a big thank you to my co-host Peter Armand Boyo. Thank you for your time, for your opportunity, and all that. Know what happened, but always thing, like we always say, things that will go wrong will always go wrong. So thank you very much for all my community. Look forward to seeing you. Don't forget, please subscribe, and please reach out to Black Queen Afrika for collaboration, for projects and all that, for consultancy. She's always there and all that. Thank you very much.
They must first follow. They must first follow before reaching out. They must first follow.
Please follow. Yes, I did put it on the comment section. Follow Black Queen Afrika on YouTube, on Facebook, Black Queen Afrika artist on all the social.
The artist.
The artist is very important. Thank you very much. Bible story book says great. Anthony, I learned a lot. Thank you very much, my community. I can't thank you guys enough, but don't forget, always subscribe. Look forward to having you next time again. Love you all. Nomi, thank you, and God bless you. See you soon. This signing out. Peace. Thank you.
Stay blessed.
Thank you very much.